The extremely strong cyclonic storm Cider was a tropical cyclone that led to one of the worst natural disasters in Bangladesh. The fourth and deadliest storm of the 2007 North Indian Ocean cyclone season, Cider formed in the central Bay of Bengal and rapidly intensified, reaching a peak 1-minute sustained wind speed of 160 miles per hour, making it the equivalent of a Category 5 tropical cyclone on the Saffir-Simpson scale. The storm eventually hit Bangladesh on November 15, 2007, prompting a large-scale evacuation. At least 3,447 deaths have been blamed for the storm, with some estimates putting the death toll as high as 15,000. The organization Save the Children estimates that the death toll from the cyclone ranges from 3,100 to 10,000 people, while on November 18, the Red Crescent Society reported that the death toll could reach 15,000 people. Other humanitarian organizations also estimated the death toll at 15,000. International organizations have promised to allocate $95 million to repair the damage, which is estimated at 196.25 billion taka, $2.31 billion. Please like this video and subscribe to this new channel and you will see many more interesting and useful things. On November 9th, an area of disturbed weather formed southeast of the Andaman Islands with weak low-level circulation near the Nicobar Islands. Initially, moderate wind shear in the upper layers hindered the organization, while strong diffusion at altitude contributed to the development of convection. The vertical shift decreased significantly as the circulation became more defined, and a tropical cyclone formation warning was issued on November 11th, located close to the south of the Andaman Islands. Around the same time, the Indian Meteorological Department designated the system as Depression Bob 09. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center upgraded it to Tropical Cyclone 06B after Dvorak's estimates showed wind speeds of 40 miles per hour. Later that day, it intensified, becoming a deep depression. Moving slowly to the northwest, the IMD upgraded the system's category to Cyclonic Storm Cider early on November 12. The system then began to strengthen rapidly, moving slowly northwest, and the IMD upgraded it to a severe cyclonic storm later that day and a very severe cyclonic storm early the next morning. On the morning of November 15th, the cyclone intensified, reaching a peak wind speed of 135 miles per hour according to IMD, and a peak speed of 160 miles per hour according to the JUTUC best track. Cider officially made landfall around 17 o'clock UTC later that day, with sustained winds of 135 miles per hour. After making landfall, the hurricane weakened rapidly, and final advisories were issued early on November 16. As it intensified to a Category 4 cyclone on November 15th, thousands of emergency workers were put on alert in eastern India and Bangladesh ahead of the storm's arrival. The predicted height of the storm surge, predicted using a numerical model developed by Dr. Hassan Mashriqi of Louisiana State University, was transmitted to emergency management authorities in Bangladesh, prompting mass evacuations from low-lying coastal areas. A total of 2 million people in Bangladesh have been evacuated to shelters. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD also issued a cyclone warning for Orissa and West Bengal on November 14th. In Bangladesh, an emergency cabinet meeting decided to cancel a weekly vacation for government officials so they could join the evacuation process. More than 40,000 Red Crescent volunteers have been deployed to 15 affected provinces to place residents in special shelters from cyclones and floods. The main ports were closed. Coastal areas of Bangladesh have experienced heavy rainfall as a result of the early effects of the cyclone. It was drizzling and gusty in Dhaka and other parts of Bangladesh. Total losses reached 196.25 billion taka, $2.31 billion. Storm surges reaching heights of 9.8 feet were reported in the coastal areas of northern Chennai and the southern state of Tamil Nadu in India, causing panic among fishermen. The damage in Bangladesh was extensive, including destroyed tin huts, demolished houses and schools, and extensive damage to trees. Some local officials describe the damage as even greater than from the 1991 cyclone. Entire towns of Pachawakalai, Barguna and Jalokati district were severely affected by the storm surge of over 16 feet. About a quarter of the Sundarban World Heritage Site was damaged. The researchers said it will take at least 40 years for the Sundarban mangrove forest to recover from this disaster. Much of the capital Dhaka was also severely affected, as electricity and water supplies were cut off, and significant damage was reported there due to winds and flooding. The local agricultural industry has also been devastated, as many of the rice crops harvested in December have been lost. At least 3,447 deaths have been reported. The most affected area was Barguna, where 423 deaths were reported, according to local officials. Pachawakalai was also heavily affected, with 385 deaths reported. Most of the deaths confirmed so far have been caused by wind, although 13 of them were caused by boat capsizes in the Faridpur region of Bangladesh. The head of the Red Crescent in Bangladesh expected the death toll to reach 15,000. More than 3,000 fishermen were reported missing on more than 500 fishing vessels. The maximum estimated death toll from cider in the densely populated region is more than 15,000 people.